ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's been a long hour, Rich. We're back.
Hey,
We're back for North America.
I have. I've had my sausage and mash, and I've had a coffee.
Sausage and mash. How northern, mate. You're literally living up to the name.
Honestly, I couldn't believe it. She's on her way out. She said, "Oh, I've made you sausage and mash before I've left." I thought, God bless you. Look at that. God bless. How you feeling anyway? You good?
Oh, mate. Oh, just. I wanted to have a nice relaxing hour. I thought, I'm going to play a bit of the console, something like that. Just a little something to just chill for the hour between the break. But no, my internet was like, you know what? Now's a good time to just absolutely die on its ass. So I've just spent the last hour literally rebooting the router about 20 million times. And then out of nowhere, at 3 minutes to 9, it started working. But guys, we are ready to go. We are in Group 3. This is the Intel Extreme Masters Oakland qualifiers, 4-player unknowns battlegrounds, and of course it is Group 3 we're going to follow of North America. Let's see who is going to get through. The big name, I guess you could say, for this one is probably the Corn Shuckers.
Yes, indeed. As Lee just said, welcome everybody. Remember to tweet the stream, use the hashtag IEM. Let's get everyone in here and watch some North American qualifiers as the plane has left the tarmac and we are coming in from an easterly direction. Heading down towards the north, we will initially come in over Lipovka, and it's probably going to end around Primorsk. Look for a couple of late jumpers out there, but as we can see, Lee, we've got a very even spread. Several teams making their way up to Yasnaya. We'll see potentially maybe somebody even go as far as Stalber. Not a big fan of it myself, because there's usually not a great deal of loot. There's always some there, but there's not a ton of it. One team finds himself down in Lipovka. One team will move over to Milter Power, and Mini Power as well. One of them may move to Milter itself, unless they're actually going to go grab that car spawn and head on over to Sosnovka, as we expected. In fact, I expected one to be down at Prim, but nobody has landed Primorsk. But I tell you what, between Yasnaya and Roshok, that is a dense amount of people. And once again, Lee, absolutely nobody going school or apartments. And this seems to be an ongoing pattern that we're witnessing.
Yeah, I guess it's just too risky. I mean, this is round one. They're going to have 3 rounds. We've seen it already in the EU. Everybody playing it very super cautious in the first rounds. Actually, looking at the vehicle drops, Yasnaya. Is there a squad? There's a squad on the road, and CeeLo Green is already heading now. I'm going to pop over to him just quickly, see if he's able to mow them down. He's looking to try and land something. He might get one. Scrouge Hound. He's going to have to go for the bridge. Otherwise, he could have just launched it into the river, but they've gone for the boat. They've gone for the boat in the water.
What's interesting is his teammate Mossy is also moving up to Severny. They've got one player in the little god buildings above Yasnaya, just on that little compound. So what's really scary is that we can see them now rotating up to Severny. There's also a team still in the early. Now, if they're moving that fast, if they go directly to Severny, they get geared up, they get even just a couple of weapons. I'm talking not much here, just a casual ump, an M16, a Scar. Don't even need body armor. These 3 people, look at them. Keb, Raisin, and Valotry. If they land after them, they're in all kinds of trouble. They might even get run over on the way here. There's still 2 vehicles bearing down upon them. They're hitting the floor. This could be bad. You might come back again, CeeLo. And you called it earlier on. He might be going for it.
Valrochi, he's just dropped in the UAZ as he comes plying past.
Oh, God.
Doesn't manage to get him. Honking the horn.
Oh, God, he's beeping.
All right, who finds what gun first? That's simply the case now.
He's lining it up. He's actually lining it up. He's done it.
Oh, I missed it. He was just over the side of CeeLo Green.
He just waited. He literally just waited until he landed and it beeped him twice and ran him over.
And he died. He died as well. It wasn't even like a revive. He completely dead. So one teammate down already. You don't want to be first blood to a vehicle.
You don't beamed over it either.
Yeah. Oh, I'm annoyed I missed that. I couldn't switch across to him. For some reason, just wouldn't go over to him.
You called the person, and he actually did it. He didn't do it initially, but he did it second time round. Just to kind of chip in here for a second, take a look at that initial circle. We are going to be having, more than likely, a military base ending. Either that or potentially somewhere around the back of Sosnovka, maybe over at Novo, somewhere around that area. Potentially Radio Tower. We'll see how this one pans out. We've got a team over at Milter The team over at Novo may just think, okay, well, they need to rotate into us. We can go set up camp here on the bridge. We can let them come to us because no one's really going to take us from behind. You know, they've already got a team down in military, but the team in military is not going to come this far wide over just yet. They can stay there for quite some time. Bigger picture across the board. One team, top end of Georgia, Paul. They're going to take towers and they're going to get quite a lot of loot from there. One of them's in the Tri-Roads Crossroads, just across from the bridge. We've got one down in Georgetown, and then as we come further afield, we move down that west coast. Couple of players here and there, just kind of bobbing and weaving. We got on the east coast, west coast, one in Gatka, one down at Quarry. Bigger picture, someone actually did go up to Stauber. Now, something you don't often see at Stauber is two teams going to it. There's already a team there, there's one driving to them. Whether or not they decide to bail, because if they don't, they are quite literally driving into a death trap here.
Yeah, these are the guys that were in Severny as well. So they've bailed from Severny, and unfortunately they're going like, okay, let's just go Stauber. Nobody will go there. Uh-oh.
It isn't good.
Bulltrup's going to probably be the front man.
Oh, God. This is not going to go well for these guys.
He's just got an AKM as well.
They already had the teammate run over. Not like this. Not like this.
Okay, so they're going to run in the back. They might get away with it. If they can pick up a bit of loot. Let's have a pick, because Bulltrup's turned around, so he's actually just gone back away from them. So Ryzen's got himself a UMP, and Varoshi, who was in Severny, is still on the pistol at the moment. He's just got himself the shotty.
Yeah, it depends how they approach this one. If they go guns blazing, unfortunately, they won't lose this battle. Would have been still looking for a weapon, but honestly, we've got Long with Scar, we got Young with an ump, we also got Standby with an ump as well. So, you know, they're down on numbers, which doesn't favour them. I suppose it could come down to individual skill, plus what they're actually wearing armor-wise. I'm taking a look. Do we have a helmet on you? Yes, we do. So we got level 2 on one of the players. And look across at Val. What do we have here? We actually have no helmet, no chest. So he's a sitting duck. If they decide to pepper him, he's just going to hit the floor instantly and tank those bullets. Remember, it's 250% damage if you get hit in the head, 100% if you get hit in the chest, and then 50% damage for all the rest of the extremities as they work their way down. 55% for a level 3, 40% for a level 2, 30% for a level 1. But they could have potentially just been given a lifeline. The opposing team that they did approach up onto, they have no idea they're there, and they're just going to work their way down the mountainside because, honestly, they've got quite a bit of a distance to do. You know, you take a look at where that circle is. They all have to come down south.
Yeah, and looking down south, Cornshuckers on the coastline, actually in a very good spot. Looking like they've just about found themselves a boat. I'm seeing Envy down there. So he's got himself a boat. There is another squad, actually, that's coming around, I think from Lipovka. They're on a boat, so they're coming around. They're swinging it pretty wide, but they are passing by the Cornshuckers right now, who were in Milt's Power early on. So it looks like they're going to go over early into Sosnovka. I wonder if they're going to maybe try and set up a bridge camp or something along them lines, because Novo actually has a squad in it already.
Yeah, this is... You kind of called the town perfectly there, Lee. Novo has the potential to just explode. It all depends where just above them, 300 meters upwards from Novo, where that boat goes. If it avoids Novo, then it's going to be fine. They might just hit the coastline and decide just to head on into Millie. But if we look at the edge of the actual south end of Novo, we've just had a boat completely. Everyone's just docked. We've got 4 players pouring in. And no doubt the team they're actually going to be meeting any second should be in Novo. If they've been doing it a while, they should be geared. Taking a quick look at some of them. Level 2 helmets, level 2 chest, level 3 backpack. I'm seeing a K98 with a silencer on there, M4 on one of the players. So they've already got the gear. They also have a Dacia, should they feel the need that it's time to get the hell out of here and move further circle. But, as we kind of said before, it's a Millie ending base. They've got plenty of time, all the time in the world, in fact. They can just kind of kick back and chill, in my opinion.
Oof. Elusive, Cornshuckers, level 3 backpack, level 3 vest, level 2 helm. Got himself decent scope, SKS on there as well. I can see on his back. Looks like that's pretty well equipped. So these guys, bear in mind they went into military base and they've kind of had Milta Power, and Milta to themselves at the start. So they are in a very good position. You know, this reminds me of our very first game of the day with is it Hans what was it? It was the Finns, wasn't it? Damn it, I can't remember his name.
Hazu?
No, I'm
The old
thinking of the
Sauna
team.
boys.
No, not the Sauna boys. The Finns. Oh god, it's been a long day. I've got it. Havu. That's it. Havu. It was Havu. It was the very first game we did. Havu. Almost identical positioning. They started out Milto, had Milto power, and now they went across to the crossroads, didn't they? And they sat there, and then they moved perfectly into Milto military base, which honestly the circle is almost certainly going to be ending in. I feel at the moment they've just pretty much gone for the bang center of it, and it's just the pros. They look good.
They've just got a squad wipe up top. That's actually everyone, I believe, looking across at it dead over in Georgia Port Towers. If I'm not mistaken.
More northern as the night goes on.
Me, yeah, unfortunately, kind of as the night progresses, we just go up into North, brothers, where Starborough is in Savannah.
Where am I looking here? Where am I looking? Give me a town name at least. You're just saying up north. Georgia Port. Okay, there we go.
Several of them fall. Whether or not the one player that's died off in the water, I actually think he's the last player remaining. He just completely bailed out of that one and said, right, it's time to go. It's time to run. Try and get his teammates up somewhere. That's going to be Swifty left all alone, last man standing. So again, he does need to try and do some work if he wants to stand any chance of getting them up into the decent point zone.
Yeah, and they've got a long way to go as well with the blue out. So we'll see how they work this one. Now, they've chosen... Oh, hello. The Novo guys have met. Let's get over to them. You pulled me away from your Novo crew that I was looking at. Adam landing a couple of shots there. Suppressed M16. Nice. Looking like they're finding just one. Who's the last man? It's Kenyan around the side. Prospect's got himself a beautiful little crossfire here. Kenyan's going to push up. He's got the shotgun. Just one man alive. It's Snowbird on absolutely nothing in the apartment. So you'd assume he's going to go down in a second. Kenyan's just going to come in. Oh, he's going to revive his teammate before he finishes them off. If he just pop around that corner. It's actually buying time for It's Imagine to get back here. Who has his SKS? No, he's just running for it. He's like, you know what? You're all dead. I'm off.
Yeah, they're all going to fall. Raisin kills someone with a vehicle explosion. He's also... There's been quite a bit of damage going on with the vehicles. And there's what's going on with North America here. We've seen several of them.
That was his own car. He blew up and killed himself.
I did think that because one of his teammates a minute ago said he'd been run over. I have no idea what the hell's just gone on there. I really don't.
North American drivers, mate. I don't want to go down that route.
I can't figure out. Can't figure out what's going on. But anyway, yeah, that's unfortunately that team's going to be eliminated, and round one is going to be all said and done for them. Further look of field then. One player, Marky the Great, just out in no man's land, chilling on his own. He's got all the woods to run through. Swifty again, last man standing on his team. Hopefully he's got quite a few meds to kind of chunk this one down and get back into the circle. Everyone else though, happy days. One on the south shores there of Sosnovka. Another team's coming just to the southeast. Radio tower will be taken down by the Corn Shuckers. Now they're the guys that we want to be looking out for, certainly doing well in some of the online leagues, and a name that's starting to kind of ring volumes within North American PUBG. Any other further things when we talk about rotation? There could be a little bit of a bottleneck potentially happening at the right-hand bridge entrance to Sosnovka because 1, 2, 3 teams. In fact, if that's all separate cars, so 4 vehicles for one team, there's another team that's just set up. So whether or not they've actually set up some kind of crossfire, they might just be able to light this team up that's about to approach them. We shall soon find out. Here comes one. There you go. One knockdown indeed. And he's dead. Simple as that. Another player's on top of the building. Will he take any pop shots at the vehicles that are going to try and get out? They've actually split now, so a little bit of a mistake there from one of the players. If they all gone together, they could have carried on pushing forward. He's going to try and flip this one around. Who's that going to be? That's going to be PDS0303. Don't think they've got a boat though, Lee. So now they're either going to go on foot or they will be swimming for it.
Yeah, PDS has kind of stopped in the middle there. And now he's in trouble because he's basically stuck in the field. He's not really got anywhere to go. Shame that Easy Peasy's only got Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy, what a name by the way, has only got himself a ×2 scope. So cover coming in.
Is he actually going to help his teammate out?
Burnt Potato comes in. Oh, Burnt Potato taking hits. He's going to reverse. He's going to reverse.
Oh God.
Jason K-turn, J-turn, sorry, manages to spin it round. And he's free on the beach.
What a good guy.
That's the teammate you want in it right there.
Yeah, I thought he were going to park it in front of him just to give him some cover and then move, not actually just hit the reverse and run. But he's got to be careful because that team now will know exactly where they are. There's 2 boats on the opposing side, so that one roster can move into them and get themselves over ashore onto the sides of Sosnovka. Meanwhile, I've just noticed one team outplaying the blue in the middle of the ocean, far right-hand side.
CeeLo Green, yeah. It's the guys that were actually up in Severny. It's the man that got the first kill, wasn't it, in the cars, CeeLo Green. I believe he sings a song or 2 as well, but I think he's busy in PUBG right now.
I was trying to make some sort of joke off the back of it, but I couldn't remember any songs that he actually did.
Yeah. So I did kind of throw you in it. Right, so we've got a squad down the bottom. Actually, looks like they're both heading for the same complex. I can see just a pinch of salt heading down there. And ice and shield. If I could select them, it'd be lovely. But I tell you what, observer mode is not my friend today. It's not letting me select people as they run. But they've actually just avoided. So where are they heading now? Are they just going to keep on going? Are they going to keep the vehicles going? While this is all happening, corn shuckers are just happily laying it out on that radar tower at the top.
I mean, they don't really have to do it, right? Let's take a quick look at the corn shuckers further and take a look exactly what kind of gear we're packing. So, I'm seeing one player, level 3 chest, level 2 helmet. What's the other rest of the team got? We've got level 2. As we move further afield, over to Paradox. We're taking a look at some of his stats the other night, and the man is a bit of a monster. Level 1, level 3. So level 3 helmet, and level 1 helmet, level 1. So only Envy, really, with the kind of scrappy gear, if you want to call it, with a 2 level 1 with a helmet and the chest. In terms of guns, we got an M16, we got an M4, we got an SKS, and we got another M16 as well. Hopefully got some sights on there. I'm seeing 2x scopes, 4x scope, and what else have you got? Ooh, unfortunately, you're running iron sights, and you, my friend, are running a 2x scope as well. So, you know, not the best scopes in the world, 1 ACOG between them. I would like to kind of see that go into the hands of the SKS user, which it is. Potentially, his teammates could give him that level 3 helmet, so he has more chance to actually peak all the time. He's only rocking level 2, but between his teammates, they could kind of stack him up and give him all the level 3 gear, and he could then be a bit of a tank, and he can get these peaks, get these corners, and try and find a headshot or 2. But at the moment, as you mentioned, Lee, they can just sit back, they can hang, they can chill. No one's really going to push them, and they have all the time in the world. The one thing we can't see, which is always a bigger story, how many meds they've got. Like, how many stims are you packing? How many first aids do you have? How long can you tank a blue if you need to? How long can you keep up if you and your teammates come under fire and need to move? And that's always a bit of a... Sometimes can be a team's underdoing, so to speak. They can just run out of meds, and you can literally bleed them dry by pinning them against a wall or pinning them into a compound and just slowly tanking them away. And with the blue hitting quite a bit harder than what it normally does, I have noticed teams will use a lot more meds now.
Okay, so we got 24 potatoes taking fire or opening fire on CeeLo Green. And actually choosing not to zoom. He's using the hold and the right click instead of using the scope itself. So I guess he just feels he can hit those pixels. I don't know. Either way, wife aggro, don't shoot me. All making their way up the hill. And they're in a kind of a tricky situation. They're having to use everything they've got. The rocks, the trees. Dodge in, don't shoot me. He's going for the duck and the weave. He's hoping that nobody literally shoots me. And I think he's going to get away with it as well. Mossy taking a bit of damage. But they are all up the hill. And I think once Mossy makes a break for it, they should be out of vision. Just a couple of long-range shots, hopeful shots, I believe now.
I mean, they've got between them, they've got 2 minis there, so they can just pepper that building and push 24 potatoes back.
That's circle, man. Oh, hello, look at Milter. Milter's going, there's action on the beach at Milter.
Oh,
if I can get over there, it's 333. Well, actually, it's 5 threes. I know where he's looking at. He's looking at the beach. Did they not know where they're going to shot from?
Does he have a pan on his back? Yes, he does. So he needs to keep his back to them. One of those bullets may dink off, and it might save his ass quite literally.
I don't think they know where they're getting shot from. Oh, they are returning fire. Okay.
Oh, will he make it down the defilade? Oh, look at his teammate. I like that play. Run in front of him and take a bullet for him. That's lovely. GRTD. That is lovely teamwork. You could just see your teammate's literally on 10 HP and within inches of dying. So he just stands in front of him, takes a bullet for him, and now they're going to use meds. They're going to get the first aids off, and I believe they, yep, indeed. They've actually got a vehicle. They need to get into this and move now. You're still getting tanked up, boys. It's time to run.
Thomas Tutap making the flank, or it's a long flank though. He's trying to get around on them. So the rest of his team is still down on the beach. He's made a full flank round. Got him 16. Got decent scope. So he's just looking for them. Okay, they've jumped in the UAZ and they are going to try and get out of there. While this was all happening, there was another squad that came in. They're going over the bridge. So they're out of there. Now the blue is coming in strong. And there's... I was going to say earlier on, there was a lot of swimmers. There was a lot of swimmers, but it's starting to change a fair bit. Now, let's have a look at the Cornshuckers. The Cornshuckers making the way into Novo, as well as Omossi, Wife Aggro, and CeeLo Green. They're making the way down the same position, and it looks like they're heading for the same buildings. Shots off the coast of Novo as well. They are taking shots. It's Flame, Flan, just to pick off basically every boat that comes into Novo now. There's no-go territory. Swifty Q in the water. He was on his own before anyway, so he does survive.
Yeah, just staying alive again, clawing more points for his team. Every time a player dies or a team gets wiped, he earns a few more standing points for his roster. As you mentioned before, the team that was running up the hill is now running back down the hill. They run up the hill again, but once again, they're going to have to run back down the hill because as they do approach Novo, unfortunately, they have the Cornshuckers just waiting in ambush. Meanwhile, just outside the zone, I'm literally seeing to the left-hand side a little bit of a battle going down. One player will fall, so he knows it's time to run here. I'm just taking a quick look. You can hear the bullets cracking off. Two players just to the south of him are going to flank any second. It all comes down whether he wants to go back and try and help his teammate out. He's going to take a stim. And now he can move forward. His health will keep gradually going back up, but it's not going to do anything. All of a sudden, PDS comes in, says, left, right, good night, my friend. Tags him up with the scan, then puts a bullet between his eyes. He's going to fall. That's another team going out. I think that could be them all dead. That must have been a squad. In fact, no, it isn't. There is actually two of them
Ideology's got away, I think, hasn't he? He's got a Grozer, actually, hasn't he?
So it's 3 on 3 up there.
Yeah, he's got Ho Chi Minh and Tarrant. Tarranted up over there, so it is a 3 on 3. They're both still outside the zone, they're making their way in, but they have a decent amount of cover now. They've got up to the top. It's Ho Chi Minh that's basically able to jump and weave, but there's a lot of tree cover in between, so shouldn't be too bad. Ho Chi Minh's feeling like he's taking a couple of shots, so they're going to make their way in. They're probably going to continue the battle. Drop coming in actually at the crossroads, just over the bridge. I wonder if anyone's going to tempt fate and maybe make a move for that one. There's a squad squeaking the way along the coastline by Novo as well. Look, they're using the cliffs there. They're going to sneak up on the Cornshuckers. Cornshuckers weren't really looking at the hills behind them. Oh, shots. Novo coastline. The harbour battle.
Yeah, they've just beached the boat, but I tell you what, they're actually taking this fight, which I'm quite impressed with. They're not just being scared about this one. One of the players is damaged. He's just going to lay down, backs off from the boat, so in case... I mean, to be fair, he's still quite close. If that thing blows up because it's smoking, it probably will get him with the splash damage. I suggest he kind of moves back a little bit, just in case some more bullets come down, because the AKM, you start tanking away with 7.62, it will blow up just like any other vehicle. Now, we'll see Thomas just take here an angle on the back of the walls. What kind of gun we got? So we've got an M16.
These were the two guys, they were on the beach of Milta a moment ago that were fighting, Thomas Tutap. And they chased them over the bridge. So I wonder if it's a continued fight. No, it's a different team they've come up against. Pizza Ha just covering the back door, and he needs to because they're working their way through the crates at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just looking bigger picture and seeing how this one's going to kind of unfold. We've actually got some shots just behind Radio Tower Lee as well. One team that's just trying to rotate into the circle. Fortunately, as they are rotating, they can't rotate backwards and go kind of clockwise, anti-clockwise, because they'll hit a team. If they rotate forwards, they're going to hit the team clockwise that are in front of them, which was the original 3 that they were getting shot by. Meanwhile, out in the water, a couple of people playing water sports. They will be very lucky to stay alive. They can stay in the water if they really think it's necessary, but in doing so, they're going to put themselves in a stupidly bad position. Especially when the next circle moves and it's going to push inland, because that next circle will not be in the water in any way, shape or form. I'd be stunned if it would, and it would be the luckiest thing in the world, but they're going to have to make an approach here. Swift it up on the little side there on the jetty. 4 of them still in the water swimming across. Just to their left-hand side, we've got a team of 4 that's working its way down the coastline. A couple of people bodies will be going down as well. That's fight that we kind of saw from Radio Tower. All around Radio Tower, though, Lee, we've got 3 rosters, all chilling.
Yeah, this squad at Nova, you can see easy peasy lemon squeezy. He's got eyes on the squad. There's a squad swimming out there that are coming in towards Novo. Imagine the man that was left on his own in Novo earlier on. He's just been spotted by Kenya. There's another squad coming in the exact same way that they did along the coast. Yeah, Radio Tower shots, coastline shots. They're all. It's about to all happen.
Doesn't have any sights though, Lee. I'm looking at him now. He's only got a level 1 helmet, level 2 vest. He's iron sighting an AKM. It's not the best thing in the world because when you shoot this thing, it's going to aim for the sun. I'd like to see what he's actually got on his scar. I think
Ideology about to come right up on Lack Lack. It's going to come right into him. Lack Lack, no chance. That's the Groza. Silent, suppressed Groza. No chance. Now, if they just peek over the wall, they would see another squad as well that were just backing away. So he was on his own. Just pinched Salt, and I do hear the Groza continuing to fire. They have peeked over, and they found Shield. Don't look down at him.
Unfortunately, he's going to fall. There's no way to save that man. You're going to have to let him go, my friends. Let him go. He's going to go for the grenade. If he somehow managed to get one of those through the windows of the Harry Potter, I would be completely stunned. We've got 3 players in there. How much gear do they have? Wow, the Panda took a bullet for him. Oh, you need to run, my friend, because the high ground's actually proving his Harry Potter isn't doing them too much good. They have put a lot of bullets in them. His teammate is literally a hair follicle away from dying. I don't know how many stims he's got or any first aids or whatever. He's going to try and crawl back up the hill to stay alive. But look at the circle. Here comes the crunch and the corn shook as well.
They're in perfect position, yeah. Anonymous Emperor are about to take shots, and he's Headless Poro goes down, but Potato down. There's a lot of smokes down. PDS 3 also very low. He's got Jarhead and Illusion behind him, so they are wiping this squad out. Everybody's starting to drop now, aren't they? I'm amazed this team that actually pushed up out of the water. They managed to get in and out there. And now we're seeing the Corn Shuckers finally engaging someone. Paradox just took a couple of shots and immediately downed Bultrup.
We'll see Flannel finally go down, which is going to help out the team that they were engaging with. Pizza will be able to get revived here. Flannel's actually died. Don't know why. Kenya, I don't know if he missed the click there, but didn't get his teammate up. He paused for 2 seconds too long. And his teammate has fallen now, and then they've been crunched because these guys here in the crates, they have level 3 helmets. If they take out Kenya...
Look at this. Yeah, Kenya goes down, but look, it's Imagine that's out there. It's Imagine still hanging on in Shoot to Kill team. He's the only man that's been alive for a long time, but how's he going to get out of this water? He's got to go through the blue. He's got to swim all the way along that. Now, that blue is going to chunk him. I don't think he's going to... Is he going to make it just in time to the coastline? He might do. And I think he should be able to save himself. I'm still hearing shots off. I can see Lex with an AWM in the distance, actually. Has he got any med packs? Because he's been on his own for so long. I don't think he's got any med packs. He's in the blue. He's just going to go down. He's just taking shots. Yeah, he can't do anything about it. And he will die outside the play zone.
Curse of the caster here, Lee. You call out the AWM player, and now he's getting battered from a long distance. Literally, he's been hit 2-3 times now. He has to pause and heal up. I'm not entirely sure which roster it is that's going to be drilling them. It's going to be more than likely the people in the front houses of Novo there.
Is it Turtle
If they go any further, unfortunately, I mean, look at this. Look at how close these solo players are. PDS and tearing it up. They're practically next to one another. Tearing it up. Should have heard. Oh, bullet comes through. He's down. Curse of the caster once again.
PDS on his own as well. And they know, obviously with that kill, they know where he is. They'd actually flushed him out of here a while back as well. Thomas 2-Tap just managing to land a headshot. That's going to be back over in Novo. You can see Corn Shook as they're holding the ground here. Envy's taking down the Poro commander. Leaks moves up. That's Leaks with the AWM. He's got an M249 and an AWM. Are you kidding me? He's going to try and stall the building. Oh, an elusive straight there. Spots him coming round. That's nice cover from the team there.
Yeah.
Zanaf's taking him down, and that's Corn Shook is just holding a perfect angle on that house.
That's textbook, is that. Separate your teammates. Elusive. Potentially could have just saved his squad's life if Leaks had been allowed to just breach that room, that entire house with a 249. He could have slapped them all about. He will bleed out, but I don't think they realise Leaks has just brought them a 249 and an AWM. If any of the Corn Shuckers, you know, it's a strong roster. If any of them loot him, they've just made the Corn Shuckers even stronger. That's actually quite scary. I like the fact he's not going near the door. I'd be trying to walk away as much away from the Corn Shuckers as possible. Will Elusive loot him, though?
Yeah,
Will he see what he's got? No.
She's going to leave it.
He doesn't see.
I mean, there might be the state that they're thinking it's not worth looting right now, and obviously they didn't see the AWM. It's also at this point where probably the M249 may be more valuable because we're getting to this crazy close Novo battle as they continue to fight. Let's start having a peek. They're going to use the smoke to get out of there. There goes PDS. He was the last man. Elusive's starting to do work around the perimeter of their defenses, isn't he?
Look at how aggressive he's getting as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 members of the same team are just absolutely...
One grenade would finish them here. Look at this by the rock.
They are so scared right now, and honestly, I would be. They're going to move forward.
Okay, they've got to move.
Whether or not Elusive sees him, he's taking shots, but he's actually hitting the wall, Lee. The wall just kind of saved Elusive. Grenade goes in. Kobe bounces back, unfortunately, and he will get scared and run away. So they can get inside a compound now and at least batter down the hatches within this circle.
Well, Paradox just jumped out.
Has it?
Yeah, Paradox jumped. He dropped down. He dropped down and went aggressive. When there's UMP. I don't know if he meant to do that. Well, obviously he meant to do it. You don't just jump out the building.
Paradox, see what's there.
No, they're pushing down. And he's taking a look. Doesn't fancy it.
No.
Doesn't fancy
but then
it.
Again, when it's so close, why would
Oh, they're pushing in. They're pushing into Turtle Squad. Take down Imossi, Turtle Squad. CeeLo Green had already moved out along with Wife Aggro. So they've managed to get one down. Elusive is so low there as well, along with MV. Nearly got himself a double. CeeLo Green separated, smoke down. He's keeping their eye on it, as well as Don't Shoot Me. They're both staring straight at them. It's really tricky to keep on top of this. Thomas Two-Tap also moving around. If he was to peek around those crates, he would find himself an entire squad staring back at him.
Oh, but look at the flank. There's a flank coming from Thomas. He actually knows where they are. He can hear all the bullets, and they're inside the garage.
Cornchucker's moving in on CeeLo Green as
well.
well.
Through the blue. He's actually moving through the blue, Lee. He's hitting him from behind.
Oh, they're getting flanked as well. The Cornshuckers just came around back and shot them in the back as they were about to make the flank. So Zampa's moved in. Okay, they're completely all around the place at the moment. Don't Shoot Me! Down's Paradox from Turtle Squad. Is he going to get Elusive down? He might well do. No! Elusive managed to come out. CeeLo Green back behind him. CeeLo Green will get the shot on him. Oh no! He gets supported! Would you believe it? Zampa pops around the corner. Elusive survives. The blue coming in. I'm not sure Paradox is going to get inside the circle. He should do. Envy will get him up. The smoke covering him off from Anonymous Emperor at the moment, along with the illusion. They are separated by the blue. Sneaks, look at the other side as well. Look at Thomas Two-Tap and Pizza Hut. They're just inside that crate. The other side of the crate is a whole squad.
They've got a belt. Because of where they want, they literally have to go through the blue now. They have to go through the blue, and because of how, look at what zone we're in, Lee. This is going to slaughter them. It's going to chunk their life away in huge amounts. Like, as soon as they go around that corner, even a couple of seconds in there, they're going to approach the circle with 0 health. So the only thing that Thomas Two-Tap can do here and Pizza is deny another squad and maybe try and jump up the leaderboard.
Oh, they're not looking. Oh, Anonymous Emperor's not peeking, though. They're just staying in the building. If they were peeking, they would have just found themselves some absolute bare-naked backsides of the Cornchuckers. Not one of them checked that corner.
Oh, this is
they have the building now. They're in prime position. A triple-story building with the roof. That's going to be a wipe there. GTDR. Can't get his name right. GRTD. Elusive takes a peek. Elusive gets down. Zampa's down as well. Anonymous Emperor's pushing in the building.
Oh, he wants some. He wants a bit.
Is he going to push upstairs? Paradox. Envy low upstairs as well. He's having to heal himself up.
Did his teammate drop? Yeah, it is. So it's a 1 versus 4 versus 3.
Envy pushes down. Elusive stays alive. So they got 4 there. Anonymous Emperor moving in the house. But he's basically, third place secured. He's playing spoiler for them now. But the fact is they have the roof and they know exactly where he is. What are the other team going to do? They're the ones that need to take the shots. I'm going to stick in 3-cam here, guys. I know you sometimes like to see first person, but this 3-cam suits this so much better.
The biggest issue here, Lee, is that 2 of them do not have helmets. Grenades come down! That's actually going to force them back. They've nowhere to go. Look at all the damage. They pushed one out into the blue. He's dead. There's another one there as well. Will it finish them?
Oh, there's another one. That Sneak's going down. Audio gets pushed. GRTD, the last man. Paradox goes for the push. Anonymous Emperor, meanwhile, is sitting in that building. They're just ignoring him. Paradox is going to go through the blue, round the back. He should catch out GTRTD here. Comes around. No, he gets down. Paradox gets down, but Zampa can push in and finish, and he will. Gets himself down. An Anonymous Emperor, second place secured for him. It will be the Cornshuckers that take first place.
Incredible stuff there. 13 kills, 130 points, plus 300. That's going to be 430 points for the Cornshuckers. Big shout out to the end. Anonymous Emperor just standing his ground there. One of his teammates did kind of bait him a little bit. He did fall off, but he did get inside there. And I think, did he actually grab a kill at the end? He didn't just drop him, he actually kill him, so he's got another 10 points as well, potentially. I'm trying to have a quick look, but can't remember too much. I believe he may have got a kill just before. If not, it was definitely a knock. But regardless, been able to stay alive for so long. Unfortunately, the hill just kind of pincered our third place team. The grenades come in, it did so much damage. There was nowhere for them to go. If they went forward with no helmets, they're going to get murdered and death from above. If they move back into the blue, they're just going to burn to death. So, nowhere to go. First, second, and third. I'll tell you what, pretty decent game. Quite a decent game. Decent circle.
Yeah, really good circle. A lot of action there. It was interesting for me how Cornshuckers, we were talking about Elusive and Paradox. Obviously, they had a squad behind them, which I think may well have been Anonymous Emperor's team. That were behind them. Do you remember the 4-man that were lined up at the wall? And Cornshuckers said, you know what? Let's give up on it. We're going to go run into the... because we need to get in the circle. Otherwise, we're going to get caught out by the blue. That's just like the difference in teams. Like, so often we've seen teams just taking a standing battle and realizing that they're screwing each other, but they continue the standing battle because if we back away, we're going to die anyway. Whereas them guys just like, you know what? Give up on the fight. Let's just run. We could probably win this fight. We know we can win this fight. But we need to get in the zone. So very interesting play. Tactically worked out for them. They almost ran headlong into a turtle squad. The problem was the turtle squad were kind of separated across multiple buildings, so they couldn't really back each other up. Obviously, sometimes it works out. You get the flanking maneuvers, but it didn't quite work this time. Solid first game, though, Rich. That's what I like to see in North America. We've had a great first game. We'll be back in, I guess, pretty very soon, actually. I'm just going to look towards caster chat. We don't have anything lined up, so it's down to us, Rich, to pick where we go next. We'll be back after this break, guys. Don't go anywhere.